Good evening. It's January 1st, 2018. Happy New Year. And it's been 2 days since I took delivery of my wine grapes from Brehm Vineyards. You might be able to see the thermometer registering about 41 degrees. I'll be back in a moment with the testing for Brix and total acidity and sugar content. Talk to you later. Hey, I wanted to update you. My first Brix reading was 27.5, which I thought was a little bit high. I went back and checked the refractometer with a drop of water, and it came out to 0, so I knew I was didn't have a equipment problem there. Stirred it up a bit more and actually ended up getting about a Brix of 26.2. So then, just to double check that, I used a specific gravity test, and I wanted you to see that it confirms the same type of sugar content. Specific gravity measures about 11.13, I think it is, and that's also incidentally what the Brix refractometer shows, 1.113. So that's a little bit high. I will be adding some distilled water to dilute the must and bring down the Brix to about 24. And I'll test the total acidity next and the pH. Be back in a bit. Hey, I wanted you to see my logbook. I have a worksheet that I prepare for all the wines I make. And in this case, I'm going to put down a Brix of 26.2 and a specific gravity of 1.1 odd. And I will be testing total acidity and pH in a moment. But when I do that, I like to get a good sample of the must, and I put it in a blender type of cordless mixer. From this sample, I will retest the Brix and just to compare it from the juice I drew from the primary fermenter. Be back in a bit. Next, I'm going to test the total acidity of my wine. I need 5 milliliters of a wine sample and 15 milliliters of distilled water, which I already put in this testing vessel. So now I'm going to get the 5 milliliters of wine, and put it in the testing vessel. I'll turn on the Vinmetrica. It's on TA, testing for TA. So I've already got my titrant ready to go. And what I'm going to do is add titrant. Until I get to 8.2 on the Vinmetrica. This will take a while, a minute or so, and I'll check back later and let you know what my total acidity is. Hey, greetings, John Bowen again. I did test the total acidity, which worked out to be 3.7 grams per liter, and pH, I tested that as well. That worked out to be 4.0. So 2 more things. I've got to add some potassium metabisulfite to kill off any rogue yeasts. 50 parts per million, and that's going to be 6.3 grams per brut. When I refer to brut, that's my primary fermentation vessel. And then I also have to add some tartaric acid to get that really low total acidity up. So I'm going to add, as I discussed earlier, around 160 grams per brut. And that'll be a wrap for tonight. Tomorrow we'll talk about pitching the yeast and some of the additives that we will add, such as OptiRed and Tan and FT Rouge. So John Bowen, Bowen Arrow Winery. Talk to you later. Hey, greetings. You, like me, might be thinking that adding 140 grams of tartaric acid is a pretty radical adjustment. And it is. These grapes were harvested late in the season, and 3.7 grams per liter is pretty low for total acidity. And I thought I would show you, I did add to one of the bruts the 140 grams of tartaric, but I thought I'd show you two things. One, I'm going to do a taste test, and two, I want you to see the difference in the color of the must, the juice, before and after I added. On the right side is the juice unadjusted, and you can see it looks kind of brownish. And on the left is the juice that has the acid adjustment. And I'm going to taste it, do a taste test, and just to kind of confirm the the taste is really the most important thing. But that one tasted very sweet, kind of like sugar water. And this one tasted kind of like you want it to. A little tart, a little sweet. Has both things going on. So, yep, we're bringing it up to 6.8 grams per liter acid, total acid. And tomorrow we'll pitch the yeast and we'll get on our way to making a great Cabernet Sauvignon.